Hey guys, it is day 127, 48 degrees out here today. I can feel it warming up. The sun's just came out. So yeah, I'm out here today in the Skechers SKX float. Here it is from the side. Here it is from the other side. Look, Skechers was not on my radar of shoe pickups. I was at Ross Dress for Less one day and I saw these shoes. They did look interesting to me. I was like, what are these? And realized they were Skechers. Oh, wait, it's the insole. It says basketball. What? They make basketball shoes? And I admit they looked intriguing. There were some, basically some advertising on the shoe, kind of advertising hyperburst, cushion. And then the Goodyear outsole for the tread kind of made me, it definitely piqued my interest a little bit. I'm well aware of the impact that Continental rubber has had on various shoes. And so Goodyear getting into the shoe game was just very interesting to me. So I tried them on in store, and it's really hard to get a gauge on what the shoe's going to feel like because they've got those stupid tags on them, the anti-theft tags. So you can only get your foot into one of them. But like, it felt accommodating, it felt roomy, but the cushion felt kind of stiff in store. And I thought, for the price, I'll go ahead and give these things a shot. It was like $25 at Ross. And I thought at worst, it would be just a beat around shoe that I would take out in the backyard and play some basketball with my son. Now, after feeling the firmer setup in store, I brought them home, but I didn't instantly wear them. I've got a lot of shoes and I'm wearing them and testing a lot of different shoes. So these were kind of put in a queue, kind of waiting. And in the meantime, I went ahead and bought some other insoles that I planned on trying in these shoes in conjunction with the ones that were already there. I assumed that the provided insoles in the shoes would be really flimsy like most other shoes, but to my surprise, I took the insole out and I was inspecting it this morning and it was very, very thick and very cushioned. Had a really nice feel to it. Really an excellent style. All right, so how do they feel? Well, first off, I want to speak to the laces. The laces are nice and strong. They are those horizontal flat laces, which are really nice if you can get them in the right position. If not, they can kind of dig into the foot. So, but I do appreciate the strength of the laces and the overall apparent workmanship of the product. It seems like a pretty durable shoe. Now, the experience that I had in store, again, very stiff feeling, that has changed somewhat out here, getting to put it to the test and actually walk in it. I've been here 36 minutes and the shoe feels pretty responsive, but don't fool, like when it says like hyperburst and you're thinking maybe there is this like explosive feeling or maybe even a really hyper cushioned feeling. You're not getting any of that. The feeling that you get underfoot is almost like an elevated budget shoe. And don't get me wrong, some budget shoes can be really, really great, but most of them end up being stiff. Well, this still is kind of a little stiff, but there definitely is, it's taking off some of that stiffness. There is a little bit more of a cushion step. So they don't feel like super clunky or anything like that. They're really not a bad feeling shoe, especially for the budget price. But I would not have paid retail for these things in a million years. Like if you take all the $50 and under budget shoes, and we're factoring in from all different sources, whether it's on clearance or whether it's at a rack store or something like that. But if you compare it to the $50 and under price point, you're really this is probably one of the better ones, if not the best deal that you can find for those prices. If we're comparing it to shoes that are at or above $150, no, look somewhere else. And if I'm being totally fair, from a new shoe to new shoe comparison across all brands that I'm aware of, comparing the quality of build that you're getting in this shoe versus other shoes, I would say that you're looking at a $85 to $100 $100 shoe. So if you paid that amount, I definitely wouldn't feel bad. If you paid above that amount, well, that's up to you. To each his own, right? The traction is good. The fit is good. Very roomy. Now, there might be too much room for some people because I do feel that toe box being nice and roomy, but I kind of like that. Cushion is not bad. It's acceptable. One complaint that I have for the shoe is the feeling of lockdown. There is a little bit of heel slip that I initially had from standard lace pressure, and then so I had to really crank the top laces, and there is still a substantial amount of heel slip. It's I don't think it's going to prevent anybody from playing a game in these or anything. It's just one of those little annoying issues. Now I do have my orthotic in this shoe over top of the stock insole. That orthotic adds about 1/8 of an inch onto the height in the back heel, and so that might be contributing to the heel slip, but I get the feeling like this shoe really wouldn't contain the heel all that much, even without that insole. The good news for me though is that I'm not going to have to take those third-party insoles that I bought for these shoes and actually put them in here. I can use those things to kind of cushion up, you know, my Jordan, my early retro Jordans that feel like absolute dog crap. If you can still find these shoes at Burlington or Ross Dress for Less, I know that I've personally still seen some at my local store. If you can snag them, go ahead and do it. It is definitely worth the cash that they are asking. You would be getting a shoe with excellent fit, at least in the forefoot. You would be getting excellent traction, a very stable shoe, and acceptable cushion, and a shoe with the trade-off being just a little bit of heel slip. Not too shabby for $25, guys. All right, for my weight loss journey. Last night, I got on the scale. I didn't know how it was going to go, and I do that before my last meal of the night just to make sure I know how much I can eat for that evening meal. And I got on there this morning and it just completely shocked me. So I went from 239 to 236.6. So I lost 2.4 pounds and this week, and that's fantastic. I did that in light of all of these fast food tests and drink reviews and White Castle. Our family had like 2 bags of potato chips for the week. I mean, it was not a week full of nutrition. It was horrible, but I still managed to lose weight. I went out and walked an hour each of the 7 days, and so that probably helped. And then I wasn't filling up on sugary drinks beyond those McDonald's drinks throughout the week. So very, very good progress, but that's where I'm at, 236.6. That's definitely some nice motivation fuel for the upcoming marathon in about a year. So that's going to do it for me today, guys. I'm going to close it out with a creamy coconut Dr. Pepper review. Now, this is a little different. It's not fast food or anything. It's this Dr. Pepper creamy coconut, okay? And I won't lie, I already took a swig of it, but I bought it yesterday. I found it at Kroger, and then I brought it home, let it chill and everything, and now I'm having it today. But yeah, I want to give you my thoughts on this. Okay, so it's unmistakably Dr. Pepper, but you do have a little bit of coconut taste in there. But for those of you who don't like coconut things, I actually think this one might fool you. This one might be a little bit tolerable for you. It's more creamy than it is coconut, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so honestly, only a tiny hint of coconut, but the taste of the Dr. Pepper, for whatever reason, is very creamy. And it's kind of crazy that it even has a taste like that, because it's not like frothy or anything like that, but it almost has a frothy taste. Very nice. So like my wife complains about coconut tasting things that taste like coconut, because she relates it to suntan lotion. So she thinks anything that has that coconut taste tastes like suntan lotion. But I'm pretty sure she's probably going to like something like this, because it's, again, the emphasis is on the creamy aspect of it. It tastes, it's kind of hard to explain, almost as if you had the taste of ice cream in there, but there's no ice cream. So very, very nice. I really, really enjoyed this. All right, take it easy. Later. Thanks for watching, guys. Later. Psych. I just want to come back to you real quick and say I just set a personal best in these shoes. That's awesome. Also, I want to say hi to our 39 subscriber. I don't know who you are because of privacy settings, but thank you for subscribing. That's going to be it for real, guys. Take it easy.